Hi there and welcome back to my reflective diaries. You join me on week 10 for the week beginning the 15th of May. So my week consisted of just cracking on with my edit. I've started to add in cutaways and do everything like that, put the on-screen titles on, basically just sort of beef up my video with all of the content that I have captured. So I basically spent the first part of the week just doing all of this and sort of getting a rough cut in place. So when I had a rough cut, I decided to get some peer feedback first of all. I made a survey on Google Forms and just put this up with my rough cut, which wasn't quite finished, but it was almost there, so they could see what the video was going to be like. And I asked them questions about the structure, about the music, about what they thought, whether they got an actual understanding of who Tribal Trust are and what they do from the video, and I asked what they particularly liked and what could be improved. So this was all really beneficial feedback which would help inform me of what I could change and what I could make better about my video. So this feedback was really beneficial for me and allowed me to make improvements based on what my peers had said. This included just tweaking some audio. Obviously I'd filmed some footage outside, so the audio noise levels sort of differed to the ones of the main interview, so obviously I could just tweak this, which was really good, and I obviously knew to do that. I obviously then finished my rough cut and I uploaded this unlisted to YouTube and sent the link over to Tribal Trust. I completed another survey on Google Forms to send to Tribal Trust, just asking more or less the same questions as what I'd asked my peers, just asking what they thought of the video, what they particularly liked, what they wanted me to improve. And I obviously got their feedback too, which was hugely beneficial as they're my client and ultimately it's what they want. So they said that the video was fantastic and that they were really pleased with it so far. They just wanted me to add in one more interview with one of the butchers we'd gone to, and they also wanted me to insert some still images just from their Facebook page of what they actually get up to, just to add a bit more depth into their interviews, which was really good, and I was really happy to do this. So I did it as soon as possible. Unfortunately, we had a slight dilemma with the music that we'd use on the video. So I'd begun by just using a basic backing track, obviously copyright free, which I'd found online, and I thought this worked really well. It was just a subtle backing really lovely idea, and I totally understood where they were coming from. However, the song was obviously not made as a backing track and was very dynamic. It also had lyrics in and was just very loud and powerful. Obviously, I simply said to Tribal Trust that this probably wouldn't work with my piece just because it was too dramatic and it would detract from the content and what Tribal Trust were ultimately saying, which wouldn't be what I wanted, as I want the audience's sole focus to be on what Tribal Trust is saying. So I said this to Dave and Tribal Trust, but unfortunately they were still quite adamant, so I just kept reinforcing my point, and I actually took a video just on my phone to send to them of the rough cut of the video with the current music I had on it, and then compared it to the video with the rough cut that I had with the Violinist song on. I also included the peer feedback that I'd got, because on there I'd done a question about whether they thought the music I currently use was appropriate and whether I should use this song by the Violinist, and everyone had said to just stick with what I was already using because the other song wasn't appropriate. So that backed up what I was saying, and I also sent this to Dave, and I think then Tribal Trust realised that it actually maybe wouldn't work, and they agreed and said, yep, just go with what you've got because obviously that will work best. So that was all sorted. Obviously it was a shame because it was a really nice idea, and obviously this woman has had involvement within Tribal Trust, so it would have had a lovely meaning, but it just wouldn't have worked with my video. I made sure to say that obviously the decision at the end of the day was completely up to Tribal Trust, and if that's what they really wanted, then I was quite happy to do that. But for the sake of the video I said that it would be better just to use the backing track. So after I made my amendments to my rough cut, obviously included the stills and included the interview with the butchers, obviously my video was ready. I'd finished my final cut, so I was really pleased with this, and I transferred this over to Tribal Trust and they were so happy with it, and I was so so pleased. They thought that I'd quite accurately represented everything they wanted to. They thought they had a great understanding of Tribal Trust from the video. They thought it portrayed their personality and what they do absolutely perfectly. So I've been so thrilled with that, and I'm really, really happy that I've done a good job and I've created what they wanted, which is ultimately the main point. So as I've been nearing the end of my project, it was time to document all of my client communication. I decided just to go through all of the conversations I've had with clients. So this included my initial emails with Girls Against at the beginning of the project, and obviously that didn't work out, so I screenshotted all of that and also went through all of my conversations with Tribal Trust on any platform, and I just screenshotted all of these and put them onto my blog. This was really good, and I'm really glad that I've got all of this done. So it's been a really good week. Obviously we've only got 3 days left now before our deadline, so that's quite intimidating, but I'm definitely on track and I'm really looking forward to finishing this project because I think I've worked really hard. So it's absolutely been wonderful. I'm so happy with my final product, and I've just loved working with Tribal Trust throughout the project. They've been an amazing client, they're an amazing organisation, and I'm really happy that I've had the chance to document what they're doing within the local community. So thank you so much for watching my reflective diaries over the months and keeping up to date with my project. I really hope that you like my final product. So thank you very much, and bye!